Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ambreen. If you are new here, I hope you guys can stick around. If you do like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Today I've got an exciting video for you guys. I am going to be reviewing the Fenty Beauty foundation. This is the EAZE Drop Blurring Skin Tint. So it's not like a foundation, it's more of a skin tint. This really caught my eye simply because I have been wearing light coverage foundations probably for most of my makeup life. I've never really liked heavy duty makeup unless I was going to like an event, a wedding, or like I needed my makeup to last all day, because my skin is not crazy. Don't know if you guys can see. I'm okay with wearing light coverage foundations and skin tints, so I was super excited for this. And the thing that pushed me over the edge to buy it is the fact that it was on offer in Boots last week. It was about £21, and then on top of that I used my husband's student discount. You know, at least it's helping me somehow. And then yeah, so I got it for like something crazy like £19. So I was just like, I need to get it. It's a bit expensive for me because I usually stick to drugstore brand foundations. Like most I'll spend is like £6 to £10, but drugstore foundations honestly nowadays are getting so expensive, and I think that this is just like a little bit over the drugstore range, and I really don't mind because I have been wanting to invest in higher end makeup instead of having to buy lots of drugstore makeup, because seriously I'm a hoarder and I need to stop buying so much makeup. But this just looks so gorgeous, and I wanted to finally get into the hype before it ended, because I always tend to fall for the hype like months after the hype began. That being said, I did actually want to get shade 10, but they didn't actually have that. It was out of stock. Like when there was only, everyone found out there was only a couple of days left for that Boots sale. I think it was like 20% off high-end makeup. Then I saw shade 11. I wasn't so sure if I wanted to get it. Yeah, this is more of a neutral shade, but I was just like, just get it, it should be close enough. And like they said, that the normal Fenty foundations have 50 shades and these skin tints there are 25, so you should find an in-between shade. Like, you know, you should, one shade should be okay for a couple of skin tones. So that's what they're doing with that. This is what the box looks like. Just your standard cute little box. I was a bit sad, mine's a bit dented. I'm not about to become a packaging hoarder as well. So this has, the first ingredients is aqua, so it's water-based foundation. So it says on here that this is a light to medium coverage for all skin tones, blends and blurs to instant perfection, light as air, so obviously that light coverage. Okay, so it says on the Boots website, this is a blurring skin tint that delivers smooth, instantly blurred skin in just a few easy drops in 25 flexible shade options. So like I was saying, it's flexible, buildable light to medium long wear coverage, so it can be medium, which is like all about me, with hydroblend complex for a hydrating diffused effect, smooth texture that layers well with primer and skincare, applies well with fingers or a brush. That's what I want to test, because I am the type of person that uses a sponge, so we'll see about that. And then humidity, sweat and transfer resistant formula. So there's a lot of really good claims there, and everything just sucked me in. And I picked up the shade 11, which on here it says medium with neutral undertones. I did want to get shade 10 because that has warm yellow undertones, but I'm not too fussed because the rest of my body is yellow undertone and my face is more pinky undertone, which I don't understand. So I try and match as much as I can. So if neutral works for me, then that's fine. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's so super cute. I love the shape of it. It is made of plastic, so it is very lightweight, good for traveling. Let's get into trying it on. So my face, I've done my normal skincare. I have applied my primer, which I always tend to apply beforehand anyway. And the primer I use is the Maybelline Face Studio Primer. I just use this to fill in my pores. I have used my SPF. This doesn't have SPF in it, so you need to apply your own SPF. So let me show you guys my face before. So I have got some redness. My redness is coming back. I need to find a way to... I was doing derma rolling and that got rid of most of the redness on my cheeks, but it's starting to come back. But I'm not too fast. But yeah, my skin's actually quite good. No spots, thank God. So this is my skin before. You can see obviously I've got sunspots and blemishes, but no spots. and I've had like a couple of blemishes on my chin, and that's about it. And I'm going to apply the skin tint to half of my face using my fingers, and the other half I am actually going to go with a sponge, because I don't really use brushes. Brushes I find are quite harsh on my skin, or they leave streaks. But we can always do like use a brush for my forehead if you want. The sponge I use is the one from Home Bargains. I really love this. I have washed it and squeezed out as much water as I can, so we'll see how much of the product it absorbs. Yeah, I haven't done any correcting on my face. I'm just going to leave it. It's fine. I can use concealer. So this is what the bottle looks like. It comes like a little pipette, not pipette, like a little squeezy tube. You can just squeeze the product out. Let me test it on the back of my hand. This shade doesn't seem too bad. Oh, that is actually blending in really nicely into my hand. So can you see it's left that blurring effect, smoothing effect on my hand. So I'm going to try this on my face. I don't think I need anything else. My skin is hydrated enough, so it's fine. Oh, I'm so nervous because I really want to like this product. Okay, I'm just going to take a little squirt, like that much. I don't really use that much, and apply it to my cheeks. It's very watery, reminds me of my Maybelline Fit Me, and you do get 32 ml of product in here, so more than the average foundation, which is nice. So I'm just going to blend that in with my fingers. Yeah, to me this has got a yellowy, actually it is neutral. I can see there is definitely some coverage there when you use your fingers. It's not very dewy. Yeah, this is kind of like a light luminous skin tint. So what I would normally do is, just to make sure I haven't missed any areas out, is after I've applied it like this with my fingers, I would actually go in with a sponge just to make sure everything's blended out nicely. But that looks gorgeous on the skin. It's giving me a gorgeous glow. There is some decent coverage to this actually. It's covered, like, you could see a tiny bit of my sunspots peeking through, but it's only a tiny bit. It's covered the majority of actually everything, so I can understand why it would be medium. Wow, look at the difference. It's just balanced my skin tone out, even my under eyes, look at that. My skin colour and texture, and in real life it looks like skin in real life. It doesn't feel heavy, it's not tacky. Wow, I'm really so positive about this. Okay, right, I'm going to apply it using my fingers onto my face, how I did before, on the other side. I'm so optimistic about this, and you know what, I'm not even that bothered about the shade. It is a tiny bit darker for me, so I've just added a couple of dots, and then I am going to actually go in with my sponge. So as you can see, using my sponge, it has absorbed quite a bit of the product. So really, sponge I don't think is the best, because it is a much lighter coverage. You can definitely still see everything. It still has balanced out my skin tone, and it still has smoothed out my skin, and it is definitely less coverage than applying it with your fingers. I do actually think it's better to apply with your fingers, and then when it settles in, then go over with the sponge. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to apply it. Oh, do I really want to use a brush? Okay, I'm going to take my Real Techniques foundation brush, sorry, my buffing brush. I'm going to apply a little bit to my forehead, and maybe just a bit on my cheeks again. But I think this is definitely buildable. I think it's because it's a skin tint, you're not even scared of using too much. But the problem is you could end up going through this product really quickly. Actually, it's quite easy to blend out with a brush. Yeah, that definitely works. It's giving me the same coverage as when I used my hands. I still think using my hands is a million times better, but yeah, I can see why they say it's best to use. Whoa, but even with a brush, look, there's no streaks on my face. It's really like sunk in to my skin and looks like skin, and there's no streaks on my face. Wow, I am super impressed with this product. Like, this is not even like, I've not even watched anybody else's video because I didn't want my review to be tainted. But that is looking so good, and I don't even think I need to go in with a sponge to blend out. Actually, I do like it with a foundation brush, so I would recommend you using a foundation brush or use your fingers. To me, the best still is using your fingers, because look at that glow. This is what my skin looks like afterwards. Still see some of my blemishes a tiny bit peeking through. To me, this is definitely a light to medium coverage foundation. You can build it up. And my skin, like, I don't even feel like I'm wearing anything on. It looks so, it just looks so good. I'm so glad I bought this, and I'm so glad I fell for this as one of the hypes that are being going around at the moment. But I'm just going to go in with the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back and show you guys the final result. So yeah, so far, first impressions, I'm loving it. But the way it just applied, I feel like dry skin people wouldn't like it. It's not as watery and hydrating. Like, it just gives you that good luminous glow. You could get away with it if you have only a little bit of dry skin, but if you have very dry skin, I think it would just emphasize that. Definitely don't use it with a sponge. It just absorbed right through. Yeah, even though this wasn't even that damp. I'm going to go in with the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, this is my makeup after doing everything else that I normally do. I haven't applied highlighter because I'm not feeling it today, because I feel like my skin already looks luminous from within and I don't need the highlighter. Look at that, it still looks like I'm wearing highlighter even though I'm not. This is my skin after applying all of the rest of my makeup. I'm telling you, seriously, I feel so glam right now just looking from the camera. I'm actually happy, really happy with this shade. It's made my skin look healthy. I definitely think it's my summer shade though, so I think I would have to go a shade lighter. Maybe 10 might even still be the same, but we'd have to see. But I can't find a single fault right now. If you guys are looking for an everyday high-end foundation and you just need one, and you know you don't have crazy problematic skin or anything like that, then this is the one to pick up. Okay, I am gonna go to the park because I have delayed that quite a bit, just because I wanted to apply this foundation, but it's looking, I can't stop looking at myself in the camera. How crazy is that? I'm gonna go for a walk, and then I will update you guys in about a couple of hours time. It is currently 6 o'clock, so the most I can probably wear this, I can actually wear it for quite a long time. I could wear it till about 2 o'clock or 2 a.m. because I seriously don't sleep. But I will update you guys when I can. Let me turn this light off and then I'll show you guys in natural light. So this is what it looks like in natural light. My pores look so, like they're not even there. And the rest of my makeup, the powder products, applied nicely on top as well. So I don't have a single bad thing to say at the moment. I will check in with you guys later. Hey guys, okay, I'm back. I'm literally on the verge of falling asleep. I need to do an update. This is the current situation on my skin. It's a bit harder to see since we don't have any light coming from outside. It's practically 11 o'clock, but this is the update on my face. We can forget about the nose because the weather was so cold outside actually, so when I went for a walk I was terrible, like it was freezing. And then so all of this area, there's practically no foundation left, or should I say no skin tint left. I can still see the skin tint on my face, but it has faded. Don't know if you guys can see that. The thing I love the most is the fact that my face didn't get super oily to the point where I know it's oily. So that was a 5-hour update. I am, just to make it a fair test, going to wear it tomorrow. So if you are looking for a fuller coverage foundation, this is most definitely not going to be your cup of tea. If you do like skin tints in general and you do like just nice natural skin, then this is definitely the one for you. Again, be careful if you have really dry skin because it may cling to those patches. I can just tell from the way I applied it, it set really quickly, and yeah, I just feel like it would just cling to dry patches. Just be careful of that. It's lasted like a skin tint should. It's lasted as long as, say, like my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, which I do class this as very similar to that, which could possibly be a dupe. The only difference is obviously the Maybelline One has a bit more coverage, and obviously it gets really oily in my T-zone, but I'm really glad I bought it. If it is on offer again, I will definitely pick it up. So maybe tomorrow I'll retest it again and then give you my final thoughts. But for now, if you are looking for an everyday skin tint, then this is the one for you. You can apply it with your hands, apply it with a brush, not with a sponge, which I'm not used to because I'm so used to using a sponge. But it did blend out really nicely using the brush, which I was so surprised about. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on this. If you guys have tried this, let me know down below how you feel about it and what shade you are. I am possibly thinking in future, if it's on sale, I want to get shade 10, but this shade worked just fine for me. Okay, I am gonna go and get ready for bed now, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'll give you an update tomorrow, and yeah, I'll see you then. Bye. I've been wanting to do an update on the Fenty foundation, and I wanted to keep it on as long as possible. So actually last night I was so tired, but I fell asleep with my makeup. That's how tired I was, but it was also an excuse because I really wanted to test the longevity of this skin tint. So I wore this skin tint again yesterday about 5 p.m. and currently it is the next day at 12 o'clock. I was going to wash it off in the morning, but I was like, no. I brushed my teeth, don't worry about that. But I was like, no, I need to do an update and then I'm going to go wash my face. I'm actually dying to wash my face. So I'm going to take my glasses off and I'm going to show you the update. When I woke up in the morning, I was like, whoa, my makeup has lasted beautifully. I had a pretty bad night sleeping yesterday. We had Chinese and it gave me heartburn and things like that, and it was just a horrible time. So I kept waking up in the night, kept tossing and turning, kept getting up, and because I couldn't even breathe as well. I think this weather's making my sister was actually shocked in the morning because she was like, huh, you've already done your makeup? And I was like, no, this is from last night. And she's like, wow, a lot of that has stayed on. Update on the foundation. You guys can see my skin quite clearly. I will say that the foundation obviously came off around my nose, come off around my chin, and looking in the mirror I would say that the majority of the coverage has come off from my cheeks, but the rest of my face, like my forehead, looks amazing. I could still tell that I have my base on, and what I loved the most is the fact that my face did not get oily in my T-zone at all. I will say though, if your skin tint, once you've blended it in, sets and you can forget about it. And I've noticed that I don't need to apply as much powder as I usually do. It gives you that amazing blurring effect, like you still can't even see. My pores still look minimized after how many hours have I worn this on for? It's a 19-hour wear test and my base still looks great. I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I just can't wait to wash this off now because I just know that it's been on for far too long. But if you needed it for an all-nighter, it would definitely work. Absolutely glowing review. Really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys really liked this review and my effort. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want to see more like this, then definitely subscribe and let me know down below what you guys want to see from me. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a lovely day whatever you're getting up to, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.